Good morning, America. Severe storms and dangerous smoke. A heartwarming homecoming. And George is ready for a fan favorite comeback. Destructive storms slam the Heartland.
There it is.
Tornadoes touching down in Oklahoma. A flash flood emergency in Kansas. First responders rescuing stranded drivers. Ginger is tracking it all.
Breaking overnight, new tariffs taking effect, President Trump doubling the import tax on aluminum and steel. What it could mean for the price of everything from cars and appliances to soda and soup.
Pathogen plot. 2 Chinese nationals charged. What they were accused of smuggling into the country. Known to cause billions of dollars in crop damage worldwide.
New video of the firebombing attack on peaceful Jewish demonstrators in Colorado as the wife and 5 children of the suspect are taken into ICE custody, set to be deported. What we're learning the suspect did hours before the attack.
The hotel surveillance video of Sean Combs attacking ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura taking center stage at his trial. A hotel security guard testifying Combs paid him $100,000 for the footage.
A critical defense witness on the stand in the Karen Reed retrial. Prosecutors try to shred her credibility, plus why the defense demanded a mistrial.
New twist in the It Ends With Us drama. What Blake Lively has now withdrawn, what Justin Baldoni's legal team wanted access to, and what the judge said.
Baby KJ's graduation. After 307 days in the hospital. The first child ever given a second chance at life by a groundbreaking gene editing therapy is now home with his family.
Rap battle. The beef over chicken between McDonald's and Popeyes, with the countdown officially on.
Reveal the secret.
Only 36 days until the McDonald's snack wrap is back in a battle of the stars and stripes. Who will be the American in Paris moving on?
Live from Times Square, it's Wednesday. Good morning, America.
Intense morning at the French Open, and boy, do people care about that snack wrap.
Oh, not only do people care, reveal the secret, I think were your words, George, back in December. And now we've got all the details on that highly anticipated announcement from McDonald's and a new announcement from Uber this morning as well.
Yep, I love what they call it, a rap battle. Okay. But we're going to begin with much of the country on alert for dangerous weather, from possible flooding to severe storms. And the smoke from those Canadian wildfires is still lingering. Ginger is here with the latest for us. Good morning, Ginger.
Hey, good morning. So that powerful cold front that swept through parts of the Midwest yesterday had with it the flash flood emergency in Wichita, Kansas. It had a particularly dangerous situation tornado warning outside Kansas City and produced from Wisconsin to Texas more than 120 severe storm reports. This morning, new images of the severe storms sweeping across the Heartland.
There it is.
A tornado in Newcastle, Oklahoma. Winds gusting over 70 miles per hour in Oklahoma overnight. And a flash flood emergency in Wichita, Kansas. 5 inches of rain falling in just a few hours Tuesday.
That car is stuck.
Leaving dozens of cars submerged.
Water is just pouring over that car.
This driver stranded in rushing water up to the windows. Firefighters rescuing them by boat, struggling against the current, finally pulling the driver to safety. The Wichita Fire Department fielding more than 75 calls for submerged vehicles. The streets by Robinson Middle School turning into rivers.
That is the sidewalk where our kids go to recess.
Another possible tornado reported near Kansas City, Missouri. Power lines and trees taken down by destructive winds. This one landing on the roof of a house in Independence. And outside Arrowhead and Kauffman stadiums, tree branches and overturned porta potties littered the parking lot. Even behind that same cold front, the unhealthy air was being pulled down from the Canadian wildfires. That's Minneapolis, Minnesota. You can barely see the skyline through that. We've actually seen an uptick in the number of emergency room visits for respiratory issues across the state of Minnesota. And today, that threat goes east into Wisconsin, parts of Iowa. They've got behind the front that wildfire smoke coming in. Now, the hazy skies we've been seeing from Tennessee up through Pennsylvania, New York here, they'll be broken up by the showers, and then we'll see the change there. The new storm then we'll be watching is for parts of Texas and Oklahoma panhandles tomorrow into the overnight. And then there's a much broader area as we start the weekend that goes through Oklahoma City again after the sun sets over to Nashville and Huntsville.
Okay, Ginger, thanks very much. We're going to turn now to that broadside from Elon Musk against President Trump. Days after leaving his official role in the administration, he blasted Trump's massive spending bill, calling it an abomination, as it faces Republican headwinds in the Senate. Senior political correspondent Rachel Scott is at the White House. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning to you. And Elon Musk spent months here at the White House defending the president and his policies, now breaking with the administration on the president's signature spending bill and sending a warning to any Republican senator that is considering voting for it. Less than 1 week after leaving the Trump administration, Elon Musk tearing into the president's signature spending bill. Musk posting on X, "I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination." Adding the bill will massively increase the already gigantic budget deficit. Minutes later, the White House quickly dismissing his attack.
The president already knows where Elon Musk stood on this bill. It doesn't change the president's opinion.
And Speaker Mike Johnson pushing back.
With all due respect, my friend Elon is terribly wrong.
As the criticism rolled in, Musk only doubling down, issuing this threat: "We fire all politicians who betrayed the American people." Sources tell ABC News Musk was also frustrated about a portion of the bill that would no longer benefit Tesla customers, cutting the electric vehicle tax credit. The package, which Republicans narrowly pushed through the House, extends the 2017 Trump-era tax cuts, sets aside nearly $50 billion to resume construction on the border wall, and pushes work requirements for Medicaid. By some estimates, it would add $3.8 trillion to the deficit over the next decade, raising concerns for several Republicans.
What I'm concerned about is they didn't cut enough spending as well.
We need to try to reduce spending as much as we possibly can.
The president has ramped up pressure on the holdouts, including Senator Rand Paul.
But I can't, in good conscience, give up every principle that I stand for and every principle that I was elected upon, and that's that we can't accumulate more debt.
And we are also told that Musk has privately expressed frustration about a range of other moves by the administration, including recent deals with competitors on AI, also the ongoing trade war, and the recent withdrawal of a nomination for NASA administrator of a close ally. Today is a big day here at the White House. The president will be meeting with Senate Republicans, including Senate Majority Leader John Thune. George.
Meantime, Rich, we have more moves by the Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth to pretty much alter history.
George, we are learning this morning that Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has now ordered the Navy to remove the name of Harvey Milk. This is someone who is considered a civil rights icon, a gay rights activist who also served in our military. This is coming in the middle of Pride Month, something that a defense official says is intentional. Milk is one of several ships that is named after civil rights icons, including John Lewis, also Thurgood Marshall, as well as Harriet Tubman. The Pentagon says any renaming will be announced after an internal review, George.
Those are all under review. Meantime, the president's new tariffs went into effect overnight.
The president did sign this proclamation that has now doubled tariffs on steel and aluminum imports, raising them from 25% to 50%. Our European allies saying that they are ready to respond with countermeasures. And it also comes as the administration is sending a reminder to our trading partners to send their best offers by today. Again, George, only one trade deal has been announced so far.
Okay, Rachel, thanks. And Rebecca, how is this all going to trickle down, these aluminum and steel tariffs, to consumers?
Well, you follow the metals, George, and where you find them are in places like cars, trucks. They're the main material there. Those prices set to go up. You've also got big appliances like refrigerators, washing machines that take a lot of metal, and then aluminum. That's not in the food, but it's in the can that contains the food. Soda, beer, soup, canned vegetables. So all of those areas are set to go up, and we've heard from retailers that they will.
And we're going to see other prices as well going up?
Yeah, well, you've heard now from major big box retailers, Target, Walmart, Costco, among them, saying prices will go up, and we're already starting to see that. The baby born doll, for example, at Walmart, $34.97 in March. Now, in May, $49.97. The Light Bright, $14.97, now $21.97. Walmart says some of this might be tariffs, but there's also just the normal flow of business that you're seeing. But these are almost 47% increases on these. So very significant, and something that then flows through the economy. And small businesses talk about this too. They're trying to make decisions right now. It's very tough to do.
Yeah, as you say, significant increase, which are more than just the flow of business, it seems like.
For consumers especially.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Rebecca.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. I'm going to turn now to the case of two Chinese researchers charged with smuggling what's considered to be a potential weapon for agro-terrorism into the U.S. and that prosecutors say could target target the nation's food supply. Our Chief Justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas, has this story for us. Good morning, Pierre.
Michael, good morning. We're talking about a fungus which DOJ is calling a potential bioterror threat. Take a look at it under the microscope. This is Fusarium graminearum, and it causes billions of dollars in crop damage each year. A pathogen that rots wheat, barley, and rice, and if consumed by humans can cause vomiting, liver damage, and birth defects. This morning, 2 researchers from China are accused of trying to smuggle it into the U.S. to take it to a lab at the University of Michigan. Authorities claim that in July of last year, they allegedly caught a scientist from China with the fungus hidden in a wad of tissues in his backpack at the Detroit airport. Authorities say the scientist initially lied, claiming he was coming to America to visit his girlfriend and that he had no idea how the material got into his luggage. But later he allegedly admitted he smuggled the fungus into the U.S. to conduct research on it with his girlfriend, who was a visiting fellow at the University of Michigan, Michael.
Well, Pierre, has the University of Michigan responded to any of this?
Well, they're telling us that they're cooperating with the investigation, and they condemned any activity that could harm the public or damage national security, Michael.
All right, Pierre, as always, thank you. Rebecca?
All right, Michael, thank you. We turn now to the latest on the firebombing attack in Colorado. The wife and children of the suspect are in custody, set to be deported, as we're seeing new video of the attack. Trevor Holt is in Boulder for us this morning. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, Rebecca. And right now, this suspect is being held in jail on a $10 million cash-only bond, as we're seeing federal officials take swift action not just against him, but also against his wife and his kids, too.
This morning, the fallout from the Boulder, Colorado firebombing attack. The wife and 5 children of suspect Mohammed Sabri Soliman now in ICE custody, being processed for expedited deportation.
Mohammed's despicable actions will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. But we're also investigating to what extent his family knew about this horrific attack.
Chilling video shows what appears to be the moment the suspect threw a Molotov cocktail into a peaceful group of Jewish demonstrators, setting innocent people and later himself on fire, allegedly yelling "Free Palestine" at the crowd and injuring a dozen people before he was taken into custody. Authorities saying they recovered a weed sprayer backpack containing flammable liquid along with 16 unused Molotov cocktails. Soliman is an Egyptian national and was allegedly in the country illegally after overstaying his tourist visa. ABC News has learned he appeared to record pro-terror messages just hours before. Among those injured in the attack, at least one of them is still in the hospital in serious condition. Rabbi Mark Soloway knows several of the victims, one of them an 88-year-old woman who previously survived the Holocaust.
She's an incredibly resilient person who is horrified that in her lifetime she can see a resurgence of anti-Semitism, something that she and her family survived.
And that Rabbi also talked about the grief and the fury of having Jewish people set on fire in the streets of America in 2025. The suspect is due back in court tomorrow, George.
Okay, Trevor, thanks very much. We're going to turn now to the Sean Diddy Combs trial and new allegations about the video of Combs assaulting ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura. A hotel worker testified that Diddy paid $100,000 to keep the footage secret. Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katursky at the court. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning to you, George. Court's resuming here this morning after a woman caused a brief disturbance, dropping expletives and goading officers to forcibly remove her from the courtroom. And the testimony was also dramatic as a witness told the jury about the lengths he said Sean Combs went to keep that disturbing video secret. This morning, 2016 hotel surveillance video of Sean Combs attacking ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura is back as a focal point of the trial. Hotel security guard Eddie Garcia testifying Combs paid him $100,000 cash for the footage, fearing if this got out, it could ruin him. Garcia said Combs' chief of staff, Christina Coram, called repeatedly and once showed up at the hotel asking him for the footage. I apologized and said I was sorry, but I couldn't show her the video and that she could talk to hotel management or follow up with a subpoena. Garcia said Coram even called him at home on his personal cell and passed the phone to Combs. He kept repeating that I sounded like a good guy and he believed I could help, Garcia told the jury. He said he would take care of me. Garcia said he was given an address where a bodyguard brought him to a suite where Combs greeted him, "Eddie, my angel." He told the jury Combs appeared with a brown paper bag and started putting bills through a money counter. In total, at the end, it was $100,000. Garcia said he was made to sign a non-disclosure agreement before Combs and a bodyguard escorted him to his car.
We heard about Sean Combs' personal assistant and bodyguard being present. The prosecution is really enforcing this idea that there was a small group of individuals that comprised this enterprise that knew that they were committing criminal activities.
Coram denies involvement in any illegal activity, telling ABC News, "I have never condoned or aided and abetted the sexual assault of anyone." A video expert is the day's first witness, guys, followed by a woman who says that Sean Combs once dangled her over a balcony, something Combs denies. Guys.
All right, Aaron, thank you for bringing that to us. We're going to shift gears now to the French Open and the All-American face-off this morning between Coco Gauff and Madison Keys. Larry's here with the action.
And the action continues right now here on the East Coast. It's going on as we speak. We are, though, celebrating, actually, we were celebrating on Monday all of the Americans who made it to the 4th round of the French Open, as you might remember. But this morning, it is last man standing for the Americans, or should I say, last woman standing. It's American versus American. Number 2, Coco Gauff facing off against number 7, Madison Keys, in a nail-biter quarterfinal. The first set, neck and neck, going all the way to a tiebreaker. Madison pulling it out to take the early lead. The second set, just as exciting. Coco regaining some ground, breaking Keys twice, but then Keys coming right back with 2 breaks of her own. Gauff, though, pulling it out. The match heading now to a decisive third set. Whoever wins will be the last American standing after things did not go quite as well for the American men in France. Francis Tiafoe losing to number 8, Lorenzo Musetti, in 4 sets. Tommy Paul also ousted by Alcaraz. That one hurt. The defending champ making easy work of Paul, defeating him in straight sets. The French Open magic continues.
You want to know what the score is between Gauff?
Yes, right now.
Yeah, Gauff.
Breaking news.
4-1 over Keys.
All right.
In the third set.
All right.
Yeah.
Everyone's a winner in this one.
Everyone's
we love
a winner.
them both.
I mean,
let's go.
Let's go USA. Let's
Yep.
go. All right, thank you, Lara.
Got it.
You should be in that tournament. All right, coming up.
New division.
Yes, as long as you're there. Our guy Matt Gutman is here with the latest on the Karen Reed murder retrial. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Michael, the prosecution grilled the defense's forensic witness who said a dog attack could have caused the victim's injuries. I'll tell you what happened next and why Reed's team demanded a mistrial.
And there's a new twist in the dueling lawsuits between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. Chief Legal Analyst Dan Abrams here to break down the latest developments in both cases.
And the biggest battle of the day, the snack wrap battle. McDonald's heating up the fast food wars with the official return of a fan favorite.
Coming up, the heartwarming send-off for baby KJ, the first child ever given a second chance at life by groundbreaking gene editing therapy. Welcome home, KJ.
Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, that's sweet.
Welcome back to GMA. That'll wake you up.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Espresso. That's the name of the song. And singer Sabrina Carpenter had the big reveal for fans this morning. Lara will have the details and pop news.
That is coming up. First new at 7:30. Overseas, Ukraine has hit another strategic target just days after the massive drone attack inside Russia. This video shows a powerful underwater explosion damaging a bridge that links Russia and Crimea, a key supply route for Russian forces. That bridge has now been hit 3 times. Also, New York Knicks fired head coach Tom Thibodeau just days after losing in the Eastern Conference Finals. Thibodeau coached the Knicks to the playoffs in 4 of his 5 seasons, and this conference finals appearance was the first for the franchise in 25 years. Game 1 of the NBA Finals between the Thunder and the Pacers tips off tomorrow right here on ABC.
Plus, a sign of the times when it comes to the economy. Dollar General says wealthier shoppers are coming through its doors. The discount chain just reported record sales last quarter thanks to an uptick in middle and higher income consumers. And the puck drops on the Stanley Cup tonight. It's the final, and the Edmonton Oilers are hosting the Florida Panthers in Game 1 in a rematch of last year's final, which ended with the Panthers hoisting their first ever Stanley Cup. The Oilers are hoping for their first NHL championship in 35 years. I can't believe it's been a year. I feel like we were just reporting on this story a few days ago.
And it's going to be a good series again.
It is another
It's going to be a good
one.
again.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Rebecca. We're going to go now to the testimony at the Karen Reed retrial. Prosecutors trying to shed the credibility of a defense expert. Our Dan Abrams is standing by. But first, Chief National Correspondent Matt Gutman has the latest for us. Good morning again, Matt.
Hey, good morning again, Michael. The defense team has spent much of the past couple of days trying to convince the jury that John O'Keefe wasn't rammed by Karen Reed's SUV during that blizzard in 2022, but that he was attacked at a party and mauled by a dog, a theory that at one point yesterday provided the most explosive moment of this trial.
This morning, the ferocious cross-examination of a critical witness for the defense in the Karen Reed retrial. Dr. Marie Russell, a forensic pathologist, key to establishing the defense's alternate theory, claiming that injuries on John O'Keefe's arm were not caused by Karen Reed's SUV, but by attendees of a gathering at this house, where he was allegedly dragged outside into a blizzard and mauled by a dog.
As a group, they are highly characteristic of a dog injury.
The prosecution trying to shred her credibility.
Would you agree with me that you have testified that there is no recognized methodology on diagnosing dog bite wounds?
No, I believe I said that there was no standard methodology or no standard guidelines as to how to diagnose dog bite wounds.
And posing a line of questions that turned out to be the most explosive moment of the trial.
When a dog bites a sweater, would you expect that it would leave DNA?
Yes.
The defense jumping to its feet, demanding a mistrial.
He intentionally brought up DNA. The defense moves strongly, vigorously for a mistrial with prejudice.
The judge rejecting that motion. After court, in a rough couple of days of testimony for the defense, Reed teasing the possibility of taking the stand herself.
I'm ambivalent, and by ambivalent, I could get on board with either one. I'd feel strongly either way.
Of course, Reed did not take the stand at her first trial. And a reminder, and I think that Dan's going to mention this in just a couple of seconds, the defense does not have to prove the dog bite theory or even a police cover-up at all. All it has to do is sow enough doubt in the minds of jurors about the prosecution's assertion that Karen Reed killed John O'Keefe with her SUV. Guys.
All right, thank you, Matt. Let's bring in ABC News Chief Legal Analyst Dan Abrams. You know, Dan, yesterday we talked. You said yesterday that the dog bite expert could be critical for the defense. How did they do on the cross-examination?
They did pretty well. I think they did a pretty effective job of undermining her credibility, but also with regard to this question of DNA. Why was there no dog DNA on the part of the sweatshirt that he was wearing where supposedly these dog bites occurred? But as Matt points out, the standard is reasonable doubt. So even if one juror is suddenly thinking, you know, that kind of made sense, or, you know, I have questions now, then that witness was a success.
Yeah, and we just heard there in Matt's story, Karen Reed said she's ambivalent about taking the stand. Will she? Should she?
There's no way she's going to take the stand. Look, in every high-profile murder case I cover, the defendants claim they either want to take the stand, they're thinking about taking the stand, their lawyers say, well, it's going to be a last-minute decision. They don't want this case to come down to, do you believe Karen Reed? They want this case to be about, has the prosecution proved its case beyond a reasonable doubt? And if she takes the stand, that changes.
Is she helping herself, though, by talking after every day to the reporters outside?
Well, look, I'll tell you, the fact that people are going to take seriously now the question of could she take the stand, it forces now, by the way, prosecutors to prepare cross-examination, to take some of their resources and focus on the possibility that she might testify. So is it smart? You know,
but the jury doesn't know whether or not she wants to testify.
Correct. But you know, often it's the lawyers saying, you know, well, we're very seriously thinking about it. So they get the other side to prep a whole cross-examination, and that means they can't focus on other things in the case. So it ends up being strategic.
Okay, well, stand by because we have Eva Pilgrim now with the latest on the legal battle between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, George. The never-ending legal battle between It Ends With Us co-stars Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni has a sort of resolution, kind of, about one thing. Emotional distress. Lively withdrawing her emotional distress claim after Baldoni's legal team wanted access to her medical and therapy records. The judge very quick to say that since she has withdrawn these claims, that she cannot present evidence or make any claims of emotional distress when this all goes to trial in March of next year. Okay, so this all started when Lively filed a lawsuit last December alleging that Baldoni sexually harassed her on set and orchestrated a smear campaign against her. In January, Baldoni countersued Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and their publicist for $400 million, alleging the couple sought to steal and hijack his movie and defame and extort him. So could she refile the emotional distress claims later? Well, the judge left that up to the two sides to sort out. But as we have seen, they haven't really been able to sort out too much on their own. Lively's lawyers releasing a statement about this latest decision from the judge saying Ms. Lively has offered to dismiss those claims because they are no longer necessary. Guys?
Okay, thanks very much. So is this a victory for Baldoni?
Small victory for him. I mean, basically, Lively wanted it both ways, right? She wanted to say, I don't want to have to turn over my medical records, and I want to be able to potentially file these charges again later. The judge is, in effect, saying you won't be able to file them again. There's an opening, a potential opening, but in effect saying you can't do it, and that in and of itself is a small loss for her, but it doesn't really affect the large case here.
What are the chances this case goes to trial?
Very high. I don't see how they avoid trial. I mean, people don't believe it, but I don't see how they get out of this at this point. They're suing each other, right? Who's going to drop the case? There's no way he's going to drop it, considering where he is right now, right? So is she going to settle for a lot of money? No way. So I think this becomes like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. One of these cases people said, oh, there's no way it'll actually go to trial. And then it actually goes to trial. So I'm betting on this case going to trial.
And I'm betting that we will be covering it extensively.
We will. Yeah.
Dan Abrams.
Safe bet.
Thank you so much for being a part of our coverage. Now, with big news in the fast food wars, McDonald's making a major announcement about the return of one of its most popular menu items. It's getting a ton of reaction online, and Sam is here with the details. Good morning, Sam.
George, this is a battle, and you may be a part of it. You may have actually started it. Watch this. All right. Back in December, GMA posted a clip on TikTok that to this date is GMA's most viewed video ever, getting over 47 million views and still counting right now this morning. It's George's big reveal with the president of McDonald's. Take a look.
Reveal the secret. The snack wrap will be back in 2025. This has a cult following. I get so many emails into my inbox about this product. It will be back in 2025.
A cult following for the snack wrap.
It does. It really does.
Okay, and it's coming back when?
I'm not going to tell you exactly when in 2025 for competitive reasons.
47 million is a lot more than a cult.
Yeah, I agree. It's a lot more than a cult following. So now we know the snack wrap will indeed return nationwide beginning July 10th. Guys, that's just next month. McDonald's making the announcement on Tuesday. The hugely popular menu item was discontinued. I don't know why. Nearly a decade ago, back in 2016, with fans tirelessly advocating for its return. But they heard you. McDonald's says they will have 2 flavors of wraps, spicy and ranch. Why can't you combine? I'm just saying. Just look at the reaction online. The excitement is there.
But all I'm saying is that the snack wrap is coming back at McDonald's on July 10th, and I will not be eating anywhere but McDonald's after July 10th.
Wow. Okay. Good for her. Well, you know, Sam, but Popeyes also getting into the rap game.
Now, and you know I love a good Popeyes moment. I really do. So this is what makes it a showdown, or, Michael, if you'll allow me, a rap battle.
You should rap the rest of this.
Yeah, I should, but I can't. All right, Monday, the chain revealed that 3 types of chicken wraps would be available at your local Popeyes starting now, and the competition's heating up. They've been taunting McDonald's on social media about this competition, and one person getting in the middle of it, tweeting, Popeyes and McDonald's beefing was not on my bingo card for 2025. Popeyes' really cool response, no beef, just chicken. See, because it's just chicken in the wrap.
What was that? Where's the beef?
Where's the beef, right?
Okay. Yeah. They should get involved, too. Wow. They got everybody else. All right, Sam, thank you. Now I'm hungry. Now, with our play of the day, it's a heartwarming homecoming. Larry, you're back with the story.
I am, Michael. Good morning. Again, we first told you the story of baby KJ a few weeks ago. When he was a week old, he was diagnosed with a rare genetic disorder that affects just 1 in 1.3 million babies, often with a life-threatening outcome. But thanks to a highly personalized genetic treatment, he is now one of a kind and at home with his family. After spending nearly the entire first year of his life being treated at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, this miracle baby is finally home. KJ. Little KJ Muldoon, diagnosed with a rare and potentially deadly genetic disorder called CPS1 deficiency, just days after his birth. But a groundbreaking gene editing therapy gave him a second chance at life.
This is going to be the thing that helps, change his life.
KJ received personalized treatment through CRISPR, or base editor technology. It's the first time ever being used on a child.
By the next day, he was up, laughing, looking around.
And on the 307th day, baby KJ graduating from his time at the hospital, complete with a cap and gown. Smile. KJ's medical staff and care team cheering him on as he embarks on his next chapter.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you.
We are so excited for him. KJ had a very special trip home from the hospital, by the way, with a police escort arranged by a nonprofit. A really nice way to send him home and on to the next chapter of his life.
Yes, absolutely. Congratulations, baby KJ, on your big graduation.
Yes.
What a special moment. Thanks, Lara. Coming up here, the stars are in Times Square this morning. Zoe Saldana, Julianne Moore, and Sydney Sweeney are here. It's a big one. Stay with us.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Destructive storms slammed the Heartland.
There it is.
Tornadoes touched down in Oklahoma. A flash flood emergency in Kansas. First responders rescue stranded drivers. Ginger tracking it all.
Sentenced. Erica Jane's ex, former Real Housewives husband Tom Girardi, set to serve real time for his embezzlement scheme. What the judge who sentenced him said to the 86-year-old.
Tattooed regret. Miley Cyrus spilling the tea on her ink while she thinks most of them were a mistake, as people on social media share why they're getting rid of their tattoos.
And we won't stop celebrating dads as we count down to Father's Day with Deals and Steals with Tori and the founding fathers of small businesses. And they're saying,
Good morning, America!
Live from Times Square, it's Wednesday. Good morning, America.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, America. Dads, you saw them there. They're in the house this morning for Deals and Steals with our Tori Johnson.
We are looking forward to that. Also ahead, Uber's unveiling a new service to help families. We have all those details just ahead.
First, look at the top stories breaking at 8. We start with much of the country on alert for dangerous weather, from possible flooding to severe storms. Ginger, as always, has the latest. Good morning, Ginger.
Hey, good morning, George. It was a flash flood emergency in Wichita, Kansas. The video shows it clearly. One of the high water rescues, they did get this person out of their vehicle safely. But this is exactly why we say when there is a flash flood warning, don't get in a car if you can avoid it at all. Then in Kansas City and outside of the city as well, they had some debris flying there. This is actually at Kauffman Stadium. They had the damage with big trees down around Independence, Missouri. There were more than 120 severe storm reports all the way from Texas to Wisconsin. And now this morning, the showers and storms are moving through Chicago, but behind it, the unhealthy air quality has settled in. The state of Minnesota has seen an uptick in ER visits because of respiratory illness. And today it's going to be Wisconsin and Iowa as well that has that unhealthy air kind of being pulled in behind the front, still from the wildfires in Canada. All that haze that has made for some really bright sunsets here from Ohio and Pennsylvania and New York down to Tennessee and North Carolina, well, that's going to get broken up a bit by these new showers. And then we look at the new storm. And this is where we're going to see severe weather not only into the overnight hours tomorrow night, but also into early Friday into Saturday. Michael.
All right, thank you, Ginger. Going to turn now to the renewed search for Madeleine McCann, nearly 20 years after her disappearance. Maggie Rulli joined us with the latest. Good morning, Maggie.
Hey, Michael, good morning. Yeah, this search is turning into a race against time as investigators launch what's being called the largest search for Madeleine McCann since she first went missing in 2007. And authorities tell ABC News they're looking for concrete evidence before their prime suspect could be released from jail in just a few months. This morning, a new joint search between Portuguese and German authorities is underway in southern Portugal. Officials using ground-penetrating radar for the first time, telling ABC News they're focusing on multiple sites around a place where Christian Bruckner used to stay, the man German authorities believe may have killed Madeleine McCann. They're draining a well in the area and focusing on abandoned houses, including this abandoned farmhouse near Praia da Luz, about a 10-minute drive from the Portuguese resort where a then 3-year-old Madeleine mysteriously vanished 18 years ago.
That was my shoe.
Her family was on vacation, staying in a rented apartment. It's believed Madeleine was taken from her bed while her younger twin siblings were asleep in the same room. Her parents were having dinner at a restaurant nearby. Madeleine's parents speaking to GMA in 2011, 5 years after their daughter went missing.
All I can say is how much that I love Madeleine. We both love our children dearly, and there was no way we'd ever have put them at risk.
In 2022, authorities identified Bruckner as a suspect in the case. He's currently in jail for the rape of a 72-year-old woman.
I think they're hoping they could find something that would link Madeleine's disappearance to him.
Bruckner is also a convicted child sex offender, but he denies all allegations against him and maintains he had nothing to do with Madeleine's disappearance. Authorities say he could be released from prison in just the next few months. Rebecca?
But what that family has been through, just unthinkable. Okay, Maggie, thank you. We turn now to a GMA exclusive, an announcement from Uber that will make it easier for families trying to help aging parents get around. Becky Worley joins us to explain the new plan for seniors. Good morning, Becky.
Good morning, Rebecca. For those of us in the sandwich generation, we're driving both our kids and our parents to wherever they need to be. So for seniors, that can be routine doctor's appointments or rides to another family member's home. And while Uber can be a solution, the app can be a lot to learn. So the rideshare company unveiling 2 options for seniors. Simple Mode, which is a very streamlined version of the Uber app. That's the first announcement. Plus, they're launching a way to add a senior to your family profile so you can book them rides. A few of the benefits include trip updates, so you can see where your parent is in real time, and a way to pay for your parent's ride, or, this is really interesting, use their Medicare Flex card directly in the Uber app because some appointments qualify for travel reimbursement. The service is available in all 50 states and goes live starting today. This could mean more independence for seniors. And guys, I just see this as super helpful for folks who might otherwise have to take a day off work to drive their parents to an appointment.
Yeah, it is. Big change.
Yep, it sure is. All right, Becky, thank you. Coming up in our GMA morning menu, the Real Housewives' husband heading to prison. What the judge said to Tom Girardi when he was sentenced for embezzling funds from his client.
And the hashtag tattoo regret going viral as Miley Cyrus says most of her body art was a mistake, but will it stop her from getting new ink?
And Sabrina Carpenter dropped a hint to her fans that more music may be on the way. We'll hear about that in pop news. And Larry and Sam have some special guests. Hey, guys.
George, we sure do. We're with the newly minted Oscar winner, Zoe Saldana. She is here to tell us about her new movie, Elio.
Right. So we have some very big Elio fans here as well, right,
We
Savannah?
do?
Zuri,
Wait, so
we good
you
to
guys
go?
are excited to see Elio?
Who's excited? We all are. We'll have Zoe and so much more coming up on Good Morning America.
We're back with our GMA cover story. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills husband Tom Girardi is going to prison. The former powerhouse attorney was convicted of embezzling millions of dollars from his clients to fund his lavish lifestyle. Matt Gutman is back with more on Erica Jane's ex. Good morning again, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Michael. You know, Tom Girardi's career was built on bringing justice to people injured or killed by corporate greed and misconduct. But yesterday, that judge sentencing him to 7 years in prison for his own corporate greed, for stealing from his own clients to fund his and his wife's lavish lifestyle.
This morning, former legal titan Tom Girardi, once one of the most powerful attorneys in America, sentenced to 7 years in federal prison.
Anything to say, sir? No.
Girardi's fall captured the attention of the country, in part because he'd soared so high, gaining fame after winning a massive settlement from a California utility in a case that inspired the movie Erin Brockovich.
You and me, we're going to make him pay for it.
Girardi later becoming famous outside the legal world as the ex-husband of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Erica Jane.
I love you. Thank you for meeting me.
The now disgraced attorney convicted of running what prosecutors called a textbook Ponzi scheme, stealing millions from his own clients, many of them catastrophically injured accident victims. Prosecutors say instead of delivering settlements, Girardi used the money to fund a lavish lifestyle of private jets, country clubs, and luxury for himself and his wife. Girardi, who turned 86 on the day of his sentencing, was diagnosed with Alzheimer's 5 years ago, a defense his attorneys leaned on, asking that he serve his sentence in a locked care unit. Judge Josephine Staten didn't buy Girardi's claims that poor accounting, not fraud, was to blame.
In the sentencing of Thomas Girardi, it's very clear that the judge took it very personal as to how Thomas Girardi harmed his clients. Thomas Girardi took an oath to uphold the Constitution, to protect clients who are looking for an individual with their expertise and compassion to give them some resemblance of justice. And Thomas Girardi took advantage of that.
Staten called his crimes a betrayal of trust and rejected any leniency, ordering him to surrender to prison by July 17th.
Girardi seemed confused at that sentencing, mumbling to the judge that all of his clients got what he owed them. That's simply false. And given his condition and the fact that he is now 86 years old, it's unclear whether Girardi will outlive that 7-year sentence, guys.
What a story. Okay, Matt, thanks very much.
Wow. All right, everybody. After that story, raise your hand if you have tattoo regret this morning.
Go ahead, Sam. Tell us.
Raise your hand if you have a tattoo.
Right.
Go ahead, Sam.
All right, so this morning, Miley Cyrus revealing to the New York Times that she thinks about 80% of her tattoos were a mistake. What? The Grammy-winning singer experiencing what is known as tattoo regret. She's not alone. Eva Pilgrim is back with this one. Eva, tattoo regret?
Yeah, Sam, we're coming back to this. You're not off the hook yet. Tattoos. They always seem like a good idea in the moment, but we all know at least one person who has one they wish they could now erase. Miley Cyrus is no different, but it doesn't seem to be stopping her from getting more. This morning, superstar Miley Cyrus revealing she too has tattoo regret.
A mistake that I made that I still think about is like 80% of my tattoos.
Cyrus telling the New York Times while she regrets most of her 50-plus tattoos, she doesn't regret them enough to get them lasered off.
I mean, I love my cat, but like I didn't need that. I love my dog, but like, I don't know, just having a pit bull in every picture for the rest of my life is kind of intense. There's just a few I could do without.
And she's not alone in her tattoo remorse.
I like your tattoos.
Pete Davidson telling Variety in April that he's removing all of his tattoos. He estimates it will likely take a decade and hundreds of thousands of dollars to do it.
About a quarter of people who have tattoos regret that they have them. I think it's important to set expectations when you're going for tattoo removal. 100% clearance can be achieved. We just can't be sure that's going to happen every time.
The hashtags tattoo regret and tattoo removal trending on social media. People sharing an array of reasons they are getting rid of their ink.
The pain is way worse than getting a tattoo, probably like 10 times more painful, but it's really quick.
My laser tattoo removal is going to cost nearly $10,000, and it only cost me $500.
From weddings to breakups, immediate remorse to a change of heart. Meanwhile, the regret not slowing down Miley Cyrus. Showing that she won't stop, adding a new tattoo to her collection, the word Muse on her right shoulder. Her New York-based tattoo artist Michelle Santana sharing the new ink on Instagram the day after Cyrus revealed she regretted many of her others. Okay, so Miley's newest tattoo is a reference to her mother for being her muse for her new song, so less likely she's going to regret that one. I found a survey on what they do regret the most of these tattoos: lettering, script tattoos, symbols, names, animal designs, tribal tattoos, and the location. Apparently that really matters. The forearm here, bicep, tricep, shoulder, and like above the ankle is the other one. Sam, where's your tattoo?
I only have one and I don't regret it. It's a lower ab.
Oh, thank you for sharing.
Sam, you've got to learn how to resist the pressure.
You're right. I should just be like you, George, and not answer that.
I mean, you did. You said, I'm going to say we have to go to Pop News.
We have to go to Pop News.
We had a whole plan. But thank you for sharing. We love you. I'm glad there's no regret.
I regret hearing it.
Yeah, right. We are going to move on to Keanu Reeves, who was on the black carpet overnight with the cast of Ballerina. He also sat down with Chris Connolly to talk about the movie in the John Wick universe. Good morning, Chris.
Hey, good morning, George. Playing the haunted assassin John Wick in 4 previous movies. And now 60 years old, Keanu Reeves has triumphed in this action franchise, dispatching scores of henchmen in brilliantly choreographed fight sequences. Keanu's back in the suit as the world of John Wick is being opened up in a new film.
Why didn't you leave?
I'm working on it. How does it feel to be 60 and still doing this at such a high level?
Well, that's kind of you to say. Having the chance to play John Wick in Ballerina and be 59.
We can tell the difference, yeah.
You can, it's subtle, but it's true.
Now he's an executive producer.
I'm not leaving.
Your choice.
and acting alongside star Ana de Armas in From the World of John Wick, Ballerina, set during the events of John Wick Chapter 3.
How do I get out of here?
The front door is unlocked. I came in, she'd already started filming, gone through all her training. So I was the kind of like the slow guy. I was the old vet. We have the scene that we have, she's kind of asking me, how do I do what you do? And I'm just like, basically, you're already there. But with that comes a kind of sadness. Like this might not end well.
40 years after his first film role, Keanu might be more beloved by audiences than ever.
Everyone on this side of the bus now!
Even amid hits like Speed, the Matrix films, and John Wick, he's kept his mystique and enigmatic allure.
I'm thinking I'm back!
What does that mean, that your audience is proud to have stayed with you these many years and has that affection for you?
Yeah, I get to feel that sometimes on the street. I do get like, nice to see you, Mr. Wick. I get some Mr. Wicks, which are cool. And once in a while, I'll get an excellent.
Excellent!
I'll get some Utah, some Johnny Utah. Give me two.
He's also seen a burst of creativity, taking on new non-Wick films, co-writing a comic book series and novel, even voicing a Sonic the Hedgehog character.
You're a colorful bunch.
You didn't have to work that hard at this age. You could sit back on your laurels and take, one movie at a time.
I wouldn't have all these opportunities if I didn't have the career I've had. I will say, from my 50s, early 50s, I did feel like that kind of, do as much as you can before you close your eyes. And hopefully I'll be doing it when I'm 68 and look like you.
What are the values that are most important to you, especially that you've developed in the last few years?
I didn't know I was going to have just,
I know.
My being. Marcus Aurelius. Well, you can get my aphorisms from Keanu on living, loving, learning to live and love. I haven't written that book yet. I think maybe my life is still trying to live that book.
Speaking of excellent, this fall Keanu's coming to Broadway, taking the stage with his Bill and Ted buddy Alex Winter for Samuel Beckett's classic play, Waiting for Godot. That's like a gift from heaven, he says, and Ballerina opens on Friday. Guys?
Sounds great.
All right, Chris, thank you. That was fun.
It's time for Pop News.
It is, and that song should tell you how it's all going to begin this morning. It's a little combo platter, if you will. A little movie news, a little music news. It's the Tribeca Film Festival kicking off today, and the first film to be screened is the new two-part documentary on this guy, Billy Joel. It's called Billy Joel, and So It Goes. The film making its world premiere, it features never-before-seen performances, home movies, and personal footage that producers say captures the grit, the genius and soul of the singer. And we have an update from the Piano Man, from his friend Howard Stern, addressing Joel's recent diagnosis that has caused him to cancel all upcoming concerts. Stern saying on his show that the two had dinner together 2 weeks ago and that Billy was just delightful. He added that Billy said to let his listeners know not to jump to any conclusions. Rumors that the legendary performer is fighting for his life are simply not true. He said, you can tell people I'm not dying. And Billy's documentary will air later this summer on HBO. That is great news.
Yes.
I cannot wait to see that documentary. Yep.
Good to hear.
Glad to share that. Hey, how about a little espresso to wake you up this morning? Hit it.
Now he's thinking about me every night.
Come on. Cut to camera, please. Cut to a shot right here, please. Sabrina Carpenter has a new song coming out. It's called Man-Child.
Oh.
It's out tomorrow night. Sabrina shared the news on Instagram. She even, guys, threw some shade in there, writing, this one's about you.
Oh.
So who is that? Fans speculating the song may be about her ex, Barry. Do you remember? Yes. Oh. Speculation, of course. This comes just days after Carpenter's fans noticed mysterious roadside billboards erected in Texas with messages that include phrases like, amen, hey man, and I swear they'd choose me, I'm not choosing them.
Wow.
Fans speculating those might be lyrics. Carpenter's single Man-Child begins streaming everywhere tomorrow night. And word is she'll perform it for the first time live Friday night at her show in Barcelona. She is so fun to watch.
Yeah.
All right. Excited?
Yeah, I am.
Downloading that, baby.
Yep.
It's called Man-Child. Also this morning, they say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Though I'm not sure Hermes would agree in this case, but the internet sure approves. Take a look at what some are calling the it bag of this summer. There she is. It's another iteration of the Hermes Birkin bag.
Right.
And this one is the exact same shape.
Yes,
You'll notice
I can
there.
see that with the belt and the lock.
Exactly, except it's made of canvas, repurposed canvas, all used old canvas from bags like those classic LL Bean tote bags. The designer calls it the boatkin because of its nautical twist. She hand makes the bags in her home studio in Philadelphia. Again, repurposing those old totes, giving them new life. The Hermes Birkin bag, they start at about $9,000. Jen does charge a lot, $1,400, not so inexpensive, but it is all handmade, it's all repurposed. Influencers seem to think it's worth it. The boatkin follows in the copycat footsteps of the Workin. That's a Walmart dupe of the famous Hermes Birkin bag, and the Amazon Lock and Charm version. Those bags are both under $100, but they're not handcrafted like the boatkin. That's what's happening in the world of fashion.
Just gonna wear pants and put stuff in my pocket.
Yeah, you can do that. I'm excited. I wanted to share this with you yesterday. We ran out of time, and we got to get to it today. We have no time to talk about tattoos because this came up in my Instagram feed. I had to share it. So imagine you're on a very long flight, and that's your view right in front of you. You wouldn't even mind being in the middle seat. Look at this guy. His name is Huxley. It's a flight from London to Ibiza. He was behaving really well until his mom was sitting in the seat behind him. She opened up a snack, and then this happened. He really wants it. I just thought those pictures were awesome, and that's probably
Yeah. I hope Huxley had fun in Ibiza. Coming up, we are counting down to Father's Day with the founding fathers of some small businesses in Deals and Steals. Hey, guys, stay with us.
He's a Super Bowl champ, a football superstar adored by fans. Now, Friday morning on GMA, he's about to deliver one incredible surprise live in front of millions. Saquon Barkley. Don't miss the inspiring surprise. Friday on Good Morning America.
Yeah, we're excited for Saquon Barkley to join us here on Friday. Be a little more.
Are you going to be okay?
I'll be great. He was a great Giant. He's a great Eagle.
Right.
Prefer when he was a Giant. But he's going to go to George now. Hey, George.
Michael has talked about the Eagles every day this week. But right now, we're going to switch on to Deals and Steals for Father's Day. We're honoring the founding fathers with 6 dads who founded their own small businesses. They're here with Tori Johnson. Tell us about their product. We start with Niraj. You got these golf mats. Tell us about them.
Absolutely. So you can turn pretty much any floor space into a fun little putting area, practice your putts, do a little friendly competition, and when you're done, you can just roll them up, store them away. They're definitely very easyable to transport, and then when you're ready to putt again, you just lay them back out, and our non-skid backing.
And a real deal, like a little difficult to do.
Yeah, you said, didn't get
a little practice
What's
with
the
it.
deal, though?
But what's awesome is, customizable or plain, your choice. They're going to look really good in your office, and they're all 50% off today.
All right.
We love that. All right.
Let's go over to the Food Network. Jeff is here. What do we
Jeff
got?
he told me that if I wanted a gift for the most important person in my life, this is it.
This is it. You know, we love our dads, and we love to feed our dads, and nothing is better than a Chicago-style USDA Prime Italian beef kit shipped from my family company. Half my family works for me. We give you the Toronto bread. We give you the USDA Prime shaved Italian beef. It's heat and serve. We give you the giardiniera peppers with it. We also have the selection of our chip dust that tastes just like that shakeable end of a bag of kettle chips that we all love and are embarrassed. I saw you backstage, Gene. It was all over your beautiful suit. He's already changed. And that giardiniera, that Chicago-style giardiniera, all half off.
You told me a rainbow of flavor.
It is, right? Everybody says you eat with your eyes. That's wrong. You eat with your teeth, George, okay?
You got that
but you
crunch
do
in there.
see with your eyes first before chewing, and it's made with a beautiful medley of pepper. You get that fermented funk. It's packed in olive oil, all natural, unadulterated, all good for you food.
Everyone's really waiting to dig in on these.
I saw.
They're digging in.
Laura,
over there.
it's good, right? It's the best. It's good. I'm going to get you one, George, on the house. Maybe I'll give you 45% off. Or for the rest of you, it's 50.
From Jeff today. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, Colby lost his wallet, couldn't find a suitable replacement, so created one.
Yes, I actually ended up using a rubber band that I snagged from a broccoli stem at the grocery store. Fell in love with the rubber band, the minimalism.
Yeah.
And so that was the inspiration for the flagship product, our Elastic Wallet. Keeps things tight. You can attach it to your keys, your gym pass, fold up cash. Again, no cards are going anywhere.
I lose my ABC ID all the time. So I need
There you go.
There you go,
You're
right
going to
on.
be set. And the deals are really fabulous because all of the options, 50% off, range from $5 to $15. So really fabulous functional accessories. All right. Ryan's got these pretty fabulous socks.
Yeah, so we make our socks in the United States. They're durable, comfortable, long-lasting, and stink-free. We figured out a way to make alpaca
He
socks.
buried the lead, the stink-free.
Yeah, stink-free. So we figured out a way to make the socks out of alpaca, and it keeps your feet dry and temperature regulated all day long. So you're ready for any adventure that
You
pops
also,
up.
I want to mention, you've got the compression ones.
Yeah,
Compression's really
the compression
big with our
socks have
shoppers.
been a big seller for us.
For
Yeah.
men and women, there's really fabulous alpaca fiber, all slashed in half, starting today at $12.50.
Great deal.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you.
fabulous.
Cornell, a lot of beauty products here.
Yes, a lot
Got
of
the
beauty
hair
products.
care, beloved by stylists in the salon, now available to all of us at home.
Yes, exactly. So this is a company that was started by my father over 35 years ago, and with the purpose of making hair care solutions for all hair types and textures. So we could do any type of hair texture and style. So our almond avocado is a collection for defining your natural curly, coily wave pattern, and then our agave and lavender is a collection with blow drying the hair straight.
And I mean, the products are fabulous. They smell great, perform great. Your hair looks great. Personal favorite, this rosemary and mint. It smells so good. And smell that. Smell how good that smells. It just smells really, really good.
Really fresh.
It's fabulous, and the prices are even better. All of these options, $4.50 to $10 and free shipping. It's like you're doing it for us. Yes.
Last but not least.
Last but not least, fall asleep faster, right, Matt?
Yes. So at Hug Sleep, we're all about sleep wellness, and we have 3 awesome products for you. So the first is our hooded sleep pod. This is what started it all. This is what we're known for. You can think of sleep pod as kind of a modern day 21st century version of a weighted blanket without the weight. So it wraps around your entire body and kind of provides this calming pressure. So it uses compression instead of weight. Because of that, it's lightweight, it's breathable, it's easy to wash, easy to travel with, available in both kids and adult sizes. Next up,
You got that?
yes.
You got your
Next up is our Hug hoodie. This is the comfiest thing you can wear inside the house. Comes with zipper pockets so you're not going to be losing anything. Lined with our light Sherpa-like material, big oversized hoodie, thumb holes in the
It just
sleeves.
says I'm relaxing.
It's fantastic. Also comes in a color matching drawstring bag for travel and storage.
And then we got our body pillow.
Yes.
This is feel how cooling it is.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah.
the best part about it.
Absolutely.
Cooling.
So I'm a side sleeper. I sleep warm at night. I couldn't find a body pillow on the market that I like, so I made my own. This is ultra premium, stays cool all throughout the night, especially helpful in these warm summer months.
Big hit on Shark Tank, big hit with our viewers because everything's 50% off starting today at $50. And I just have to say, we have never done a Deals and Steals segment with all dads. This is the first. And it has been forever since I met George. You are not just good in politics, but you can do products
I can do deals and steals.
See you back here tomorrow.
Thank you, Tori. We've partnered with these companies on all these deals. You can go to goodmorningamerica.com to find all the offers.
As parents out there know, Disney Junior is behind the top 3 shows for preschoolers, the beloved Bluey, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and Spidey and His Amazing Friends. Well, this morning we are delighted to announce a brand new campaign called Disney Junior Let's Play. It is a mission to create fun playtime activities for preschoolers because experts say play promotes healthy development. The campaign will include community outreach to get our little ones playing more, including a collaboration with ESPN's Take Back Sports initiative that will provide grants to cover registration fees for preschool sports programs. We will be reporting more on the campaign all summer long. I know I loved watching my preschoolers play tennis and more.
All right, we're here now with all of these kids who are decked out in their capes like the character from the new Disney Pixar film, Elio. Well, they're so excited for our guests, as we are so excited for our guest, Oscar-winning actress Zoe Saldana. Yeah. And Zoe's here to tell us all about the new movie. And you know, it's been a big year for you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Couldn't be happier for anybody to have the year that you've been having so far. But now you have this movie coming out. You're a mother yourself. So what does it feel like to be in such a great film for kids?
You know, since becoming a parent, incorporating what I do, my art, into a genre that caters to children has always been a great interest of me. And I get to relate to them, and I also get some mad, cool points as a mom. but I do have to say, my 10-year-olds, they're watching Friends now. Like, they don't.
Yeah.
It's like they grow up too fast.
Yes.
Like, what is going on? But my 8-year-old cannot wait for Elio to come out.
Oh, well, my 6-year-old is very excited, and so are all the children we have here with us this morning. Are you guys ready to see an exclusive clip right here on GMA?
I am.
Yes, that is the right answer. We're going to count down together. Everybody say it with me. 3, 2, 1.
We're in a debris field. Let's just get out of here. No! These objects are faster than bullets. But this is what you do. From the ground. I don't know where the debris is coming from. I need altitude for that. Oh, if I could just contact someone on the ground. Oh, but the base is on lockdown. Maybe someone with a ham radio. I don't know. Elio?
Yeah.
So we know you yeah.
Best movie ever.
There we go. Your kids have seen the movie.
Yes.
So what, and you say you get some cool points, but what do they really think of you being the voice of Elio's aunt?
They like it.
Yeah.
They like it. They immediately bought into the story. I think that everybody can relate to the themes that Elio talks about feeling like an alien in your own skin, feeling like you don't belong, but longing to be a part of a community that accepts you and sees you for who you are. And so my boys definitely liked it.
That's so nice to
Yes.
hear. And this one right here definitely liked it as well. We also have a question from you, Jaja. You want to stand up and ask?
Sure. How do I get abducted by aliens?
Okay, you want to be like Elio. You want to get abducted by aliens. Okay, I think be yourself. Totally be yourself, because I feel like that's what's going to attract an alien to want to be friends with you.
I like that. All right.
Good advice. Always good. Whether you're getting abducted by aliens or not, be yourself. Always good advice.
Yeah, you're all in danger right now. You know that. But this isn't your first intergalactic film.
No.
Have you always been like a fantasy intergalactic space fan?
Yes, since I was a very young child, I remember reading Dune at a very early age and wanting to be a Bene Gesserit for Halloween. Yeah, I think science fiction was always something that was very attractive to me. And to imagine the unimaginable, sort of such a blank, such a wide space that compels you to create so much. And I just felt in space, I could be myself, I can be a superhero, and I just didn't have to be only someone's girlfriend or someone's, something. I could be myself.
And you've shown that.
Yes, that's
like
true.
you said, it's a blank canvas.
Yeah.
That's how Avatar started. And the third installment is coming out soon. In December, I think. What can you share with us at this point?
I think it's going to be the most compelling of all 5 stories. It is a story where the Sullys are going to be tested to the utmost degree. They are going to be grieving, as we saw in part 2. And, their theme is always Sullys stick together, and we'll get to see whether or not they're able to withstand just all the challenges that are coming towards them. But as a family, too, how do they move past grieving so much after losing someone that was so important to them?
You know what's amazing to me? I'm sitting there thinking, you're talking about Avatar, like then Guardians, like, what happened? And then my favorite show, Lioness, by the way. Like I'm sitting here, I need some beats on that too, but I'm not going to ask on air. But how do you pinch yourself sometimes? Because you've been able to touch on so many different
I do. I feel very lucky that I have always been very supported by my family to follow my own voice and to try to always grow within my own path. And I feel like I've always selected my roles or the projects, or when I've been invited to be a part of a project, I have to lead with my heart. If it's not something of interest for me personally, then I know I'm not going to give 150% of myself. So I can only do things that I genuinely like. I've never been strategic about my choices. I've always been passionate about them.
Wow, and it shows. That's why it all works.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's really why it all works. And you know what? We got a surprise. Okay, we got a surprise for all of you.
Yeah. Okay, we love surprises.
Here we go. You're all going home with your Elio doll. How about that? You know what? Go over there and get them. Go get them.
Go get one.
There's one for everyone, for sure. All right, guys. I hope all of you enjoy your gifts. We certainly enjoyed this conversation, Zoe. Thank you. And congratulations.
I just want to give 2 of these because they didn't get up. They're so
Oh,
soft.
that's so sweet. Aww.
You want one? Yeah?
Everybody gets a prize. Elio hits theaters June 20th. And coming up, Julianne Moore and Sydney Sweeney are here telling us about their new thriller. Thank you, Zoe. That was great.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
We're back now on GMA with Julianne Moore and Sydney Sweeney. They're co-starring in a new thriller. It's called Echo Valley. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
So happy to see you. Everybody's fangirling and boying on this set. Julianne, tell us a little bit about this film and what drew you to it.
Well, I loved it. I mean, it was so unusual. I'm always drawn to relationship movies, you know, and this was sort of a classic mother-daughter story, but it's a thriller as well. So I think the actor in me likes the drama, but the audience in me likes the thriller part.
Totally.
Yeah.
What is it like to have Julianne Moore as Mama?
Oh, it's a dream.
I mean, come on.
It's an absolute dream. I feel terrible, though, because my character, Claire, is not the best daughter, and she puts her mom through a lot.
Yeah,
but in real life, she does.
But I feel like Julianne, you're one of the stars that we have audience member from
I told you, everybody's fangirling.
Everybody.
Meltdown back there. Yeah.
I feel like you're one of those stars that whatever you choose, I know I'm gonna like. I feel like your process, you probably say no to a million things, and it's only the really good stuff. So what made you say yes to this?
Oh, thank you. That's a really nice thing for you to say. It was the script, really. It was Brad Inglesby's really complicated, interesting human relationship drama. And I was thrilled to get to do it with Sydney. I really was. She's somebody who I'd seen in The White Lotus actually at first and thought, wow, she's fantastic. This we also shot 2 years ago because we were interrupted by the strike.
Oh, wow, it was 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Yeah. It was a long time ago.
Well, let's give you a reminder. Let's take a look at it.
What are you doing here?
I need help.
Okay, let's get this off. Are you bleeding?
I'm sorry, Mom. It's Ryan's.
So this movie takes a lot of twists and turns, but
Yes.
Sydney, how do you describe it when you're telling your friends about it?
I tell them it's about Claire, who, as you saw, shows up covered in blood at her mother's doorstep, and it's a psychological thriller about how far a mother would go for their own child.
I love a psychological thriller.
So do I.
So switching gears a little bit, Euphoria coming up. What can you tell us a little bit
Because
about?
we can't even talk about that show. I think I'm on television, but what can you tell us?
Please, we're going to let you get in trouble.
I can say that everyone's favorite version of Cassie is coming back.
Oh.
Really?
Yes.
Does that make you happy to be able to go back to that zone as an actress?
Oh, it's such a dream. Being able
Yeah.
to play a very emotionally raw and chaotic character is so much fun.
And Julianne, we were just in the back, all the girls were talking about Sirens.
Me too. Sirens. Loved it. Loved it.
Thank
Loved every
you
bit
so
of it.
much. It's a lot of fun.
It's so
It
good.
really is fun.
It's just, and you're so good in it.
Thank you. Thank you.
What is it about that show you think that's literally, it's like a coffee clutch back there?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, we loved it. We had a great time because I think it's, you know, it's funny, it's surprising, there's a mystery to it, and it has kind of a feminist bent at the end, you know, so it really surprises you.
Yeah, and the cast looks like, the cast looks great, you know, like you just look like you're in it. The fashion,
Yes,
the fashion was
a lot of fun.
I mean, gotta love a Lily.
And we're at the beach again.
Yeah.
The beach seems to be a big draw for
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
Well, you guys, congratulations. Great to see you. Thank you for getting up very early for us on Good Morning America. It's called Echo Valley, everybody. It premieres Friday, June 13th on Apple TV+.
Oh, yeah. Well, we want to thank you all for watching on this Wednesday morning.
Have a great day and see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.